So about a month ago, I did a video on Nintendo Live 2023, which is going to be a 4-day in-person event way out on the West Coast with all exciting news and events and the E3 atmosphere of a Nintendo experience. I don't know if it's because of the fact that it's way out there or the fact that Nintendo realized, they could do better, I guess, maybe for the rest of the world. I'm not really sure. At least the rest of the United States. They went ahead and announced the Summer of Play. And that's what this is here. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I actually got to go back from it. I have some pictures for you guys in a moment. But Nintendo Summer of Play, just has been announced. And basically from June 15th through August 28th, Nintendo is going to go around to major cities and set up a little exhibit, essentially, of certain Nintendo Switch games, along with some fun little prizes and giveaways and stuff. And I could just say, before I get into all the details, I went to it. It was awesome. If it's in your area, I highly recommend it. But they have Mario Kart 8 there. They had Animal Crossing there. They had Pikmin 4 there. Pokemon games. They had Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, KIRBY'S Return to Dreamland, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As well as, by the way, I should mention these were all on Nintendo Switch OLEDs. So if you're like me and you hadn't had a chance to yet experience the OLED, go check it out. It looked kind of like this. I have some pictures of what I saw. I didn't take pictures of every single thing. I will highlight, though, that the definite draw of it is this right here. And that is the prize booth. We'll get to that in a moment. But basically, you're going to walk around, and it's free to go check out. But amongst other things, you can get a potential free gift, which, as far as I see, everybody was going to get a gift. It says while supplies last, but I think everybody could get one, which is great. And they have a bunch of little photo opportunities and that sort of thing. And then they were giving away GameStop coupons for a $10 off purchase. So here's where they're going to be. As you guys know, I live in Orlando, so I went to this event, recorded this video the July 22nd, and uploaded it July 22nd. So I actually just got back from it. So it's been going for a little while. It looks like it's going to go for a little while longer. Maybe they're about halfway through. But it was really, really, really cool. So I'm going to jump over to actually show you guys some of the things that I saw. So there we go. Okay, so how it works, basically, as I said, you walk around and there's these different exhibits. A lot of photo booth opportunities. So they had a Pikmin 4 display stand where you could play the demo. They had a really cool little setup of all the Pikmins on the table. I realized after I took the picture, somebody must have stuffed like a mall advertisement there. So there's this woman's face here, which is kind of like Wilson from Home Improvement, which kind of made me laugh a little bit. That's obviously not part of like the exhibit. They had Yoshi's Crafted World there, and you could see the TV's kind of blacked out here. It must have been loading something, but most of the places had a station to sit up and play. This demos ran anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. There were staff everywhere. We got there right at 10 a.m., so it was, when I'm taking all these photos, it was largely dead. But it was great. There wasn't a huge line. The line moved fast. You got to go check out all these games and everything. So what you got when you get there is this activity book. And you also get this claw machine voucher. So to take it, it was very, very simple to get a chance at the claw machine. I'll talk about that in a moment. Basically, you had to take 3 photos of anything in the exhibit with somebody from Nintendo watching you do it. You could let them take the photo, or it could be a selfie. You could be in the photo or not. They didn't care. They just wanted you to take a photo. And every time you completed one of these things, they would give you a sticker that would put over all of the different squares there. You also had to play 2 games, which super, super easy. There was tons of stations set up. We're going to look at some more of the stations here in a moment. But they also had a station in the center that had the Nintendo Switch Lite. And they were advertising Nintendo Switch Online, so you could check out that catalog and library of games. So any of those games, very, very easy to play 2 games. And then there was a guy, and you had to find him, and he was in a superstar hat. Again, not very hard to find. This wasn't like some massive scavenger hunt. he was standing in front of this giant kind of tic-tac-toe looking board, and he would ask you to identify Nintendo characters that you saw, which very, very easy. Whether you got it right or not, they didn't care. As a whole, the staff was actually just really, really cool. I talked to all of them. My wife said I was a yenta. I talked it up too much, but I was just talking to the staff. They're really nice people, asking them if they traveled with the show, and it was just a cool vibe. Everybody was super nice there, and everybody was just there to celebrate Nintendo, and that's exactly what you would want from this event. So the people that they chose from the staff were phenomenal. Here's some of the exhibits you could see me and my wife, and some of these pictures here from Animal Crossing they had set up. They had the consoles over there as well, where you can play the game, but they each had these little vignettes they set up, and it's just neat to take a picture. You could be in the picture or not. It's up to you. They had Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I had played the original back on the Wii or maybe the Wii U. I don't remember, but this one was way better. And this is like super old news, but news to me that there were more Kongs in there than just Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. So I was playing as Funky Kong, and my wife was playing as Dixie, which was really a lot of fun. So you get to sit in these like little wooden log chairs and play through the game. And again, getting stickers for all this, super, super easy to do. There's a picture of yours truly, a reflection. Look at that good looking guy. But here you can actually see the Pikmin display set up, where they had all the switches set up. Behind me, you could sit on the logs. There's about a 10-minute demo. I think it might have actually been the demo that they released online. It's about a 10-minute demo. Staff was walking around, asking if anybody had any questions, talking to you about it. So I sat down on one of the logs and I played the OLED variant, and that was a lot of fun. It's definitely a game I want to get at some point. Not rushing out to get it, but definitely one I want to get. It's on my radar. Here they had a really cool display of new Super Mario 3D with Bowser's Fury. There was people dressed up walking around. There's this little kid dressed up like Cat Mario, which was just hysterical. And then there's like a little baby that had this like little Koopa thing on his head, which made me laugh. So your mileage will vary. Obviously, we were totally decked out in our Nintendo gear because we're super fans and we wanted to have a nice time. There you can see my hand. I have a smiley face on my hand, and that is your redemption for the claw machine. So once you complete all the activities, you walk up to a claw machine to enter for a chance to win a prize. And that's the proof that you did it. So I guess you could go wash off your hand and come back, but they wrote it in Sharpie. So it's probably not going to be coming out for a while, but that's the proof that you can't do it again. Here was another part of the display. You can see some of the other stuff in the background there. There's just some of these nice wide angle photos. So it kind of gives you an idea of how big the floor print was. The vending machine is this little kid standing here to the left. It was right. He's actually looking at the vending machine. So it's right behind here. The woman in the green and this woman in the green were staff members who were helping run the event. But they had a Kirby display. We were told not to touch the props by the sign, although yours truly came dangerously close. So it's right inside the mall. It's air conditioned. It's fun. People are walking up, checking it out. As I said, the staff was really a lot of fun. So they were getting into it. So the guy's like, hey, make your cheeks puffy like Kirby. So we did that. And that was cool. Just to talk with him for a few minutes. And he was the guy. It wasn't him. It was actually the guy who took the previous photo at the Mario 3D thing. He actually worked at Bethesda a couple of years ago during the E3 when I got that Mario Odyssey hat. So I guess a lot of these staffers, there must be a company or something that supports all these staffing events, but it was cool to talk to the people because they were all genuinely super fans. They recognized my shirt. They recognized Rachel's shirt, her hat, my hat. We were talking to them games, and it was cool. It was very fun. And also, I just noticed there's a water bottle here. So again, it's kind of a collect-a-thon on what you're going to find in the photos in the background. Here was a Mario Party Superstars. They had a bench set up. I intentionally aimed the camera high because there's little kids playing below, and I don't want random pictures of these kids in my YouTube video. So I aimed the camera high, but there's a little place for kids to sit and play. You could just play a round of Mario Party together with some people. Same thing with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Here they had a big Switch set up to like bracket the TV, which looked so cool. And I've seen these before, but it's just so cool to see it. And then again, not want to take pictures of random people, but they did have racing seats set up down in the front. So there were 4 stations. You could see part of the chair here. So you felt like you were in a race car, and they all had the different like logos on the back of like Mario, Luigi, Bowser, whatever. So they had like a little tournament going on. They were giving out little cardboard hats with like Mario or Luigi or like a superstar for the kids to walk around and wear. We didn't get one, but they had them there. Here's just the display sign basically showing off the event overview of the hours that they had, and just, walk around and meet a crew member. There you can see another snippet sort of the claw machine back there. You could see some of the tree stumps from Pikmin where you could play the game there. So if you kind of look, you'll notice that you can see some of the stuff kind of in the background. Here's a selfie we took of Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I think we took a few of those actually. So you might see that a few times. But that was nice because right here to the left, they had the Switch you could play, and it looked really good on OLED. But they had a nice display here of Link, and then a rock, which didn't really like scream Zelda to me. Like I would have killed for this display stand. I would have taken it home and hung it up on my wall or something. But the rock just didn't really seem to fit the motif, really. I guess you could stand on the rock, and maybe it's supposed to be an extension of the staircase with Link looking out over Hyrule. I'm really not entirely sure, but okay. And then here's a weird picture. I don't understand why it's so distorted, but here's a picture of the Pokemon setup, and there's Pikachu there. Someone put one of the cardboard Luigi hats. You could see a back part of a kid here. He's got the Pokemon hat on his head there. But it was like a weird, like stretched photo. Like, I don't know what the guy did to my camera. I don't know if he was moving when he took the picture or what, but we looked like something out of like a Funhouse booth. I really just wanted a picture of Pikachu. So I said, hey, can you just like do that again? So he wanted me to do this like weird breakdance thing. So we were just goofing around. So got to do that. But you can see a little bit more of the display now that Rachel's not in the photo. And here you can see part of the back, some of the tree stumps that they had set up for one of the other exhibits. And then lastly, last picture I took was of Yoshi's Crafted World. I think this is the amiibo. I think this is actually the Yoshi amiibo. It was really cool to see that. And then I think the picture, that's the last picture I have. So let me go back to Edge really quick and show you. Let's go back if you could see a little bit of the claw machine. I had hoped that I could get I was hoping somebody had a better picture of it. But when you complete everything, you get a voucher to complete and go play the claw machine. And we played the claw machine and won. I won an Isabelle plush. And Rachel didn't win anything, but they gave her a set of buttons, which was cool, of all the Nintendo characters. And then my friend Neil went with his kids, and they didn't win anything, unfortunately. But they did. The woman was, she was laughing. We were clapping, trying to root the little kids on because they're younger, and cheering and clapping, and like his wife won something, so we were all cheering for her. And then like the kid went, and we're like, oh man. And the staffers saw us like hyping it up because everybody wanted to come over, because I can't speak for Neil, but I'm an idiot. I'm loud and laughing and having fun. And they came over and they gave all the kids backpacks. So the one kid got the Yoshi backpack. It was $30 actually. Yeah, this one right here. He got that. She just went in the back and just grabbed it and handed it to him. One of his kids got a backpack that looked very similar to the Super Mario backpack. And then one of them got another backpack that had embroidered. It was like more like those little miniature backpacks that you see like teenage girls wear. She got one of those, and she was older, so that would make sense. But there was definitely a lot of cool stuff they were giving out on top of just the standard. And if you didn't win anything at all, you definitely got the pin set. They were giving out the paper hats and everything. I mean, depending on if you're going there for the swag or for the experience of it all. I mean, I guess technically I was going for both, but a lot of fun to be had. So I'm happy that they seem to be taking care of the younger crowd, giving them cool stuff. And then obviously just for me to go be part of it was a lot of fun. And I know Rachel had a good time too. So if you are in any of these areas, if you're in Orlando, you're in Austin, you're in Salt Lake City, you're in Denver, you're in Los Angeles, highly, highly, highly recommend you try to figure out a time to get out to one of these events and enjoy it. It's definitely good for a couple hours. I don't think much more than that. It's basically like the light version of what Nintendo Live 2023 is supposed to be, but it's the closest thing to E3 that we're going to get this year. So you might as well enjoy it and go out and have some fun and meet some cool people and have a blast. So that wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.